Well, if you're on YouTube and are seeing this video, that means that YouTube has finally let me to be able to post, because they gave me a couple of strikes because of some of the stuff, they didn't like according to their community guidelines in a couple of the videos. So, of course, they flagged them and took them down. So, if you're seeing this once again, then that means that they let me on. And I don't know how many days it has been, but I'm going to keep checking until I can. And what really sucks is the fact that, I have a playlist on YouTube that I add, music to. And they won't let me add any music to it because of those strikes. So if you are seeing this, it's probably on BitChute. And, that's probably the only place I'm going to be able to post until, YouTube is taken down, or the whole internet is taken down and replaced with, I believe, quantum internet. If that is indeed the plan and it's not hearsay. But the reason for this video is a family member that's close to my wife. She works in the healthcare industry and at the hospital. And they are mandating and you know what that means. I'm not going to say it because my other video, that's why I got a strike, is because I mentioned and so I'm just going to say that for now on, because they can't strike me when I'm saying that, when I'm doing those actions. But they're mandating that where she works, and she's looking to see if she could put through a religious exemption. But something that, really bothered me is the fact that, if that doesn't go through, she's going to get it. And that's what really bothers me. Why is it? I mean, I can understand from a human point of view. You got worries, you got bills, and stuff like that. So if you're worried about that, then you definitely don't know God as your source. You don't know Him as your provider. And, I wrote a book, Who is Your Provider? I gave it to different family members, and no one reads it. And so, I'm praying that through this, that, people's eyes will open to the fact that they need to know God as their source. And that's why I wrote Who is Your Provider? For when hard times hit, you could be able to learn God is your source and not have to trust in the government or on anybody else for that matter. So she said that if the religious exemption doesn't work, she's going to get, what. And so, I really want to talk about it from the place of faith, and to try to minister to those that don't know God as your source. God is the creator of all man, and He is called Jehovah Jireh. He doesn't have names without the actions proving those names to be true. He is the source. When Abraham was going to, had the intention of showing God that he trusted Him and was about to sacrifice Isaac, a ram appeared in the bush, and that's why God is called Jehovah Jireh, because He always provides. He provided for Elijah when he was at the brook with, ravens that brought him his meals, and he drank from the brook until it dried up. Then He sent him to a widow in Zarephath, and God provided for him there. Not only that, but Jesus, He multiplied food and, just for 5,000 to eat, and He provided for so many other things. So we need to be able to position ourselves to know what God can do. And anybody that doesn't know God, I would suggest to get into the Bible and read those accounts so you know what God can do, so that you're not relying on the government. And that when you're being mandated to do something that you don't want to do, you can just quit. And that's the thing. Anybody that knows God, and is a Christian and is being compelled by their job to get that, then they need to quit. You need to know God as your source. You don't need to rely on your job. God can always give you another one. God could provide for you. So it's time to position yourself to be able to hear him and to know what he can do. If you know what he can do, then you're not relying on anything of this world. And I would suggest, if you're coming across my videos, I have videos that I have posted that can minister to you in, such a thing. I have plenty of them that speak on God as the source, God as being the provider, and that you don't need to worry. I have given testimonies of what God has done in my own life so that people can have a basis of, trusting him for themselves. So I said, I believe in videos of the past, that who knows if your job is going to be taken away? What are you going to do? I have placed that question numerous times in my videos for people to be able to ponder that. And if you are new to my videos, I have wrote a book. It's called Who is Your Provider? And, look through my videos. You can check it out on Amazon. Type in the search engine, Who is Your Provider? Double question marks at the end, Robert Shipley, and then my book will come up. Check it on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. And check all, the search engine as well. You're going to see a listing on different websites. And you need to know God is your source in this time. You need to know what God can do so that you can quit and not have to rely on anything of this world. That way, you're not going to be, caught, more or less with your pants down, and that's what the enemy wants. He wants people, to get, that's what he wants, because he wants to see the population taken care of and destroyed because he hates us. So he's working through the evil of those that are in the government. So, like I said, this message is meant for not only believers, but for unbelievers, those that don't know God. And, if you're being pushed to take it, you need to quit. You need to know God is your source, because once you do, then you're not going to need to rely on anybody of this world. You're going to rely on him. So I believe that I said everything that I needed to say. And, we're in this together because, I can't say that it is the mark that was spoken of in the book of Revelation, but it is definitely, a forerunner of that same kind of blackmail that, is, I guess, supposedly is supposed to happen. But, we're in this together, and, we're going to get through it united. So, stay strong, keep your eyes on God. If you don't know him, get to know him. Read the Bible, spend time with him, learn to hear his voice. I have plenty of videos out there that will help you to do that, to help you to learn about these different things. So thanks for taking the time to watch.